for the video.
Just make sure that when you're talking, it's right in your face.
It's like 2 fingers from your face.
I can't remember. Is it directional?
Yeah.
So it has to be.
Yeah, right in there. All right. So
You've done this before, haven't you?
He's done it with me one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what sucks about being short, right? It's already bottomed out, and I'm like, does it go any lower?
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Ridgeline Hunting podcast, brought to you by Phelps Game Calls. Professional grade game calls made for every hunter. Today we're here at the Northwest Mountain Challenge, and I'm here with Mike Peterson and Dustin. How you doing from Rugged Arts?
I'm doing good, man.
And
Excited.
yeah, we actually have a new unit here, so bear with us if
It's dope. I'm gonna have to get one of these. That's the Zoom. You got a model number on there?
it's the P4.
P4, right?
Yeah.
It looks dope.
So we might have a little bit of background noise, but
You know what? For being small and compact, I mean, I don't know what it costs, but like,
Best Buy.
I already feel like I'm on a legit podcast right now.
Best Buy. Best Buy. I think they're like $250. So thank you, Sandana, for letting us use the mobile unit.
Totally, thank you. I really appreciate it. Wait,
Yeah.
Speaking of Sandana, I thought he was like, he couldn't come.
It was more or less because it's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah,
So his girls really wanted him home. So
I sympathize with that.
yeah. So
Mhm.
I get it. It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. Hopefully he'll be able to come out for the Stevens Pass shoot. So we are here at the Northwest Mountain Challenge. We're here at Hoodoo. We're in Oregon. For all of us, we had a bit of a drive to get here, but man, it was worth it. It was cool. And we're going to jump right into our morning. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you guys. Okay, I think we should like back up a little bit to our arrival,
oh my
like,
gosh.
because you guys got in super late.
Yeah.
Like, I even tried to prep a site for you in that, like, I just found an empty piece of pavement.
So we were, Mike and myself are tenting it up, and there is hardly anywhere to set up a tent unless you want to like go on a hike.
There's so many people here.
Yeah. And so we're on the pavement, and it's just windy and rainy and everything, so we're trying to like secure our tent down in just the gnarliest weather, and it's just blowing all over the place. It's nuts. And yeah, we're like on top of glass, and I'm
Feeling
like,
real Tacoma up here.
we're really like watching where we step, and I'm like, God, Mike, let's not poke a hole in this thing, so my wife will kill me. Because it is like the tent mahal. It's got like
It's
LED
a nice tent,
lights
yeah.
and all this other crap.
It's a
It's
nice
pretty
tent.
cool.
And went up quick. So you guys
Yeah.
got in late.
Yeah, so we got in around 11 o'clock or something like that. It was
Like, on
it
the
was
money.
fairly late.
Yeah, it was like 11:30.
And then people are firing up their trucks at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I think we're up at like 5:30 or 6.
I woke up at 2 to do streaming off the tent. It sounded like someone peeing next to my pop-up. and I was like, what is somebody doing right there? I had to pee now too, so I got out. I'm looking out the door like, nope. I was hoping maybe it was a deer or something. No, nothing there. So I went out and peed and went back to bed.
But yeah, last night was fun. I actually got some pretty good sleep.
It was good.
For the short amount of sleep that I got. I slept pretty good. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always funny to me to like, I don't know if you go through this too, Mike, but when I do stuff like this and even hunting trips, a I'll get like 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep, and I feel refreshed. But if I'm
Yeah.
at home and it's the work week and I get 4 hours of sleep, I'm like, no, leave me alone. 4 more
Yeah.
hours, please.
Yeah, I might be calling in.
Yeah, I might be calling it. I
Because
can't
you're
do
doing
it.
something you enjoy instead of you doing
Yeah, that could
something
be
you
part of
don't.
it. Just the excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it definitely could be.
Yeah, I fell awake until like halfway through our second kind of course, and I started freaking being sleepy.
You started getting sleepy.
Yeah.
Dude, that second course was so long.
Oh yeah, too
Yeah.
long.
It was a long one. So let's talk about today.
Yeah.
So we got up, had breakfast, got together.
What did you guys have for breakfast? Because we had oatmeal.
We had mountain
Like
houses.
instant. Oh, you had mountain houses?
Yeah.
Same thing for lunch.
What was mine? Biscuits and gravy. That's what I had.
Yeah. I actually had like a chili mac.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's good.
Yeah, it lasted about 10 minutes and it was coming out of me.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I was like,
You and-
oh, dude, I got the bubble guts.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah, we're crapping it up for sure.
I had toilet paper in my bag, so if you needed it on the hill, you could have just let me know. You didn't have to hold it in or nothing.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. But so our first course this morning was at 9:30, and it was the Hoyt.
How'd warm-up go for you?
Good. I'm only off, by a foot. No, it's not that bad.
Don't worry, the cuts on the angles will make up for it, right?
Exactly.
You'll just be dropping them in there today. Now for novelty shoots, they've got a cool little like thrower, frisbee thrower that you can shoot with a recurve. They've got this iron bear at like 20 yards. That's for the video. With a very small impact spot, and then they have the Sasquatch up there at 101 yards.
You see that? That was a good line, though.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah.
It didn't hit it.
Hey,
Would I hit the plate?
You're like 2 inches high.
Damn. So this is going to take us all the way up over the ridge, and then we'll be at the start of the Hoyt course. Nice.
He's in there.
We don't want to talk about that little guy. I don't know what happened there.
So actually, the pressure is on right now
I gotta
for
re- I
Dustin.
gotta
He's got to
redeem
get
myself.
he's got to get a 10 ring, which he should, because I aimed right where I aimed at, and it shot right where I aimed at. So I messed up.
Yeah, I freaking. Oh,
Yep, there it is.
Everybody tied up.
So this is fun. This is a legit like hunting course, if you will. Like we're trudging through just like you would in the woods. That's a dead caribou. Okay, target 5 on Hoyt is an alligator, and it looks like, what are we, all 8s?
No, I am a 5.
Oh man,
No,
just
he's,
under, huh?
He's an 8 too.
5. Yep, a 5 and 2 8s. Good job.
Yes.
Oh.
Aye.
Ooh. So to get to this target, he's got to go all the way over there. He decided to cut across the hill instead of straight up it. And then he's gonna work his way over to it. And it's kind of hard to see with the glare. It's in the shade, but you can just barely see it. And there's what looks like some sort of badger or bobcat, maybe. Is that a bobcat or what is that?
Cougar.
It's not.
a bobcat.
I think it's a bobcat.
This is not a cougar, Daddy.
I can see my
No.
arrow, Dave. Is it okay?
Cool. No, your arrow's toast. Did you 10 it?
Maybe.
Are those people over there? If you missed your target, you'd probably hit a person.
Yeah, if I skip the arrow off the back of that target, it probably would hit somebody. So we're gonna wait a minute.
Yeah, because you can kind of barely see that
him.
orange flag back there. That wasn't a good line. There's even a target back there, I think.
So So we're gonna give it a minute just to let these people pass. At a Reinhardt 100 one year, I almost died of an arrow would have went through my neck if I wouldn't have slipped. I slipped and the arrow went right next to me into a tree.
That's crazy.
So safety is key. You want to make sure you're safe.
The all-important rangefinder. Never leave the tree stand without it.
I did some tree stand hunting one time, and if I ever lived back east, I don't know if I could be a successful whitetail hunter.
I got propane for the camper. That's not mine, it's my buddy's. David, my co-host, actually, it's his camper. And I thought the propane was for heat.
Is it for like the stove and everything?
It's for the fridge.
Oh man.
So what we're doing is we're running the propane stove in the camper, you know, for heat. So you look like a batter in the batter's box.
Getting ready.
I floated off to the left. Way to lock in that 10.
Had to move the whole site.
Oh, I missed it?
Oh, you got an 8.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I missed. I thought I was in that because of my fletch. See what I'm saying? The fletchings are not always where your arrow is.
Man, that looked like such a good shot.
Dude,
I
it
thought
did.
You snuck right underneath my arrow.
Yeah.
That's all right. We still got another target.
Yeah, true.
And you're still winning, so.
Oh, man. You got 5, though.
Finish with a 10.
There you go. Yeah, just outside that 10.
And we didn't actually know this, but coming to find out, it was like the easiest one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I found that out when I checked in on Friday.
They were saying
And
that
she
that
was
was
saying that like Hoyt's the easy one, and then Victory's the 3rd hardest one. No. Camel Fire's the 3rd hardest one. Oh my god. Okay, Hoyt's the easiest.
And then it'd be Camel
Then
Fire.
it goes Victory, then it goes Camel Fire, then it goes
Victory for real, because Victory has like 2 shots that we were just walking down that were like
103,
over.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, over 100 yards.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe I got Camel Fire and Victory messed up. But
Yeah.
Everest, the one that we're doing tomorrow, Everest, that one's supposed to be the toughest.
Yeah, it's supposed to have like 200-yard shots in it.
So the Everest is what the pure elevation would have been last year, or
Right.
the previous years before that. So
Yeah,
now
right.
they're calling it Everest.
Right.
And yeah, tomorrow's gonna be exciting. But the Hoyt shoot was fun.
Dude, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it was great. I had a lot of fun. Come to find out, my bow was like, my sight was off.
A little bit.
So it was
You
probably the
fixed it.
last 3 shots of the Hoyt I moved my sight, and then
Yeah.
it was on from there.
Well, yeah, and you had 3 10s at the end of the first round of.
Yeah,
the-
after
by
I
the end
moved
of
the sight.
the last 3 targets of the Hoyt course.
Yeah.
You had
it
3
was-
10s.
Yeah.
So definitely made an improvement.
Yeah, it was pretty dicey before that, but I was putting them in there. But this is Mike's very first 3D shoot, and it happens to be like one of the craziest
Hardest
3D
shoots,
shoots
yeah.
you can do. So Mike, what did you think about your very first 3D day? Because
Yeah.
we're doing 2 days.
It was fun. Didn't blow up as much arrows as I thought I would.
What
Only
did-
blew up 2, and I lost 1 in the dirt. I just buried it, but
Yeah.
other than that, I did pretty good.
Yeah, I thought you did great.
I'm just trying to hit foam the whole time.
You did, in my opinion, you did awesome.
Pretty
Especially
good for only
your-
starting shooting in
Yeah.
December.
Absolutely. I'd say the hardest part for you that you have going forward is just the fact that you're shooting those fixed pins, you know,
Yeah.
as far as tomorrow, because everything is not going to be easy.
So I had to put a
Stacking
hurting on
points.
Dustin on the second shoot that we did
Yeah, you
because
did.
That looked like money. That was badass.
It was definitely in there. You have the longest lasting battery ever, Dad. He's just taking video for us. It's awesome. Felt like a laser.
I think you X'd that.
Think so?
Yeah, and your arrow almost went right through it.
Because, you know, when you're going to shoot a bow, you got to get serious. Get a Hoyt.
Get a Hoyt.
Oh, you're in the meat.
The pure elevation or the Everest,
Yeah.
he's going to be stomping me because I am also fixed pins.
Yeah.
So I'm 20 to 60.
It'll
and
be
then
interesting
out.
to see how our
Stretching
scores
out, it's
pan
going to
out.
be
Yeah.
not good.
Well, like anything up to 80 yards, I'm pretty good at. It's just the 90 and 100 ones, I'm probably gonna blow up an arrow on.
Yeah, Mike and I practice a lot at 70 and 80 yards.
Yeah,
Because
well,
it
that's
just makes
good.
those shorter shots a lot
Oh yeah,
easier.
totally.
But yeah, the stacking the pins out to 100 with the wind and the weather that we're going to be dealing with.
Yeah.
If I can hit foam, I'll be happy.
Yeah, if we don't have too much wind, it shouldn't be that bad for you.
If it's super windy on those 100-yard shots, I'm probably not gonna take it.
You know, I was just thinking about
It's like, give me a 0.
today because when I got here on Friday, there were some people saying that the Everest course was like really socked in, really like a lot of fog. Like some of the shots, I couldn't even see the target. And if that's the case, I'm not taking a shot
Yeah.
because I can't.
Well,
risk it.
there's a safety issue when you get
Safety,
into
that's
something
definitely
like that.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know where your arrow is going to go after you break that shot, I mean, why take it?
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not in a competition because then there might be more incentive or like a bigger need to take that shot because you
Right.
can't afford to take a 0. But we're not competing with anybody except really
Just
the 3 of us.
Yeah, just
so,
us. Yeah. And we're having a good time. And,
Yeah.
and, you know, if you haven't done one of these shoots, and this is my first time doing one of these mountain shoots, I really recommend it. I've been wanting to do it for years, and, you know, finally Mike actually registered before I did, and he was like, well, now you have to do it. Because he
No.
was like, I ain't doing it by myself. So I was like, yep, that's right. I'm going to have to do it. And then, you know, Dustin, you hit me up, and you're like, hey, man, I heard that you guys are doing the shoot and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, this is the first time we got together and shot. And
yeah, we've been talking about getting together and doing something, be hunting or whatever.
yeah, for a while,
Yeah.
for a long while.
It's probably been a year.
Yeah, I would
Mm.
say so. I would
Yeah.
say so.
So it's just coming together. We're getting there 1 year at a time.
Yeah. Sometimes life just gets busy, and that's what happens. But I would definitely recommend coming out to one of these shoots, especially if you're in the Pacific Northwest. I would definitely go in there.
Yeah,
do it.
definitely.
'Cause what is there's Tamarack in Idaho.
Yeah, there's Tamarack, there's Hoodoo, there's
Hel-
Stevens Pass,
And Helena.
and Helena, Montana.
Montana.
Taylor the Fort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Stevens, I
Ste-
heard that you have to do it if you're doing competition. So there's gonna be a shit ton of people that.
Well, there's
Stevens.
a miscompetition there, or a misconception there, because it's the best out of 4. In other words,
You
if
can
you're
take a
competing,
0 if you wanted
You could
to.
take a 0 if you shot really well at Helena and Tamarack and Hoodoo.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to go to Stevens.
But I read somewhere that they did a post that Stevens is one that you have to compete in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can skip one of the other ones, but you have to compete in
Well,
Stevens.
there's plenty of competition shooters that we can like follow up with on that.
Yeah, so
and
we
find
can
out
see
more.
what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just
It is
ask
pretty
Ryan.
cool. Yeah, Ryan will know because
Yeah.
I want to say Ryan was, last time I talked to Ryan Black from Archery World, he also shoots for Bowtech, that he only needed to really place well at 3, and then he wouldn't have to go to the 4th one. So he's hoping he does like top 3, obviously. He won Tamarack. So he's hoping he does well here, and then if he does well at Stevens, then he doesn't have to go to Helena.
Yeah, and that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
But he
because
was
it's a long drive.
Well, he was just coming out saying that he didn't do very well.
Yeah,
He didn't have a good shoot,
Yeah,
and
But
a lot of that could be with the weather that we were dealing with. It was nuts.
you know, I was talking with David, my co-host, about this. When a competition shooter says they didn't do well, you gotta like kind of take it with a grain of salt.
1-8.
Yeah,
Dang it.
because like being a competition shooter myself, I'm not on their level. When I say I didn't do well, it's, you know, instead of shooting a 10, I shot an 8.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, I
So,
totally get that.
yeah.
And I used to be in that world.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And you shoot an 8 or 2 8s, and you're like, well, I'm way out now.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on like on a 2-day shoot and it's the last day,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I just shit the bed. I shot 2 8s.
Yeah. Henry Bass had a situation like that. He ended up winning Reading against, so Steve Anderson went into the shoot down higher on points, and Henry Bass was kind of coming in from behind, and he won at the shoot down and ended up winning that year at Reading. And then Steve Anderson followed up the next year and won. So it's like, it's
Well,
possible.
that's some stiff competition right there,
Dude,
man.
yeah, we're talking about competition on a whole nother level. I mean, guys that, like, they don't miss. They
Yeah.
hit 10s
Yeah.
or 12s or 14s, and it's by choice. It's not like, oh, I got lucky and the wind helped me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Ooh, that wind pushed me into that one because that was
Yeah.
a bad shot.
Exactly. But this is a fun shoot, and if you were even, like, within a state or two of a Pacific Northwest venue for the Northwest Mountain Challenge, I would definitely do it. If I was closer to TAC, for instance, I would definitely do it.
Well, there is another one too. It's the Total Archery Challenge, right?
That's TAC, yeah.
Yeah. So what states is that one in?
Oh man, it's all like Texas, Tennessee.
It's like Midwestern, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, it's all over. I don't know it off the top of my head, but they don't really get into the Pacific Northwest. It's all Midwest.
Well, this
South.
one is nuts because we're
Oh.
on a ski lift
Yeah,
going up
Mhm.
and going down,
yeah.
or we're starting at the bottom and going to the top.
Yeah, TAC's got some stuff like that because they have a couple of venues in Montana that are like that. Actually, Skybird.
Skybird's big.
Skybird's known for, I want to say Skybird is known for having a cliff shot that's like straight up and down.
Oh, that's probably where they get some of their pictures from then.
Yeah,
Is
oh
that-
yeah,
I've
a
seen
lot of
that one
people.
quite a bit.
It's a fan favorite for sure because so the animal is only like, and I've never done it, so this is just
Speculation.
speculation. The animal is only like 10, 20 yards from the base of the cliff that they're at. From the base of the cliff out
Yeah.
20 yards. And then, but they're up like 100 feet. So they're shooting out, so their line of sight is like 100 yards. But
really it's
their
only a
cut,
20 yard
yeah,
shot.
their cut is telling them like 20 or 30. That's crazy.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be something.
Like, well-
imagine how big your pin is in comparison
To the target.
to your point of aim. Yeah, your target.
It's like, well, my pin's covering the whole animal, so letting her fly.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. My question for you, Mike, not to like go away from where we're going there, but
No, it's fine.
I'm really curious to know what you thought of the different aspects to the shoot just today. Like, to say that it's awesome and it's fun is great because it is. But like, what did you think of the hike? Was it too hard? Was it difficult? Treacherous at times?
I wouldn't say really treacherous or difficult. It was just when people are coming up behind you, you kind of feel rushed. So,
sure.
and on the second shoot, we kind of had to get down here for the raffle. So
Yeah.
we kind of like sped up our hiking phase. But I wouldn't say if we were doing that in the morning, it probably would have been way easier.
Oh yeah.
And like other aspects, like I don't practice shooting directly above me a whole lot. So I've been sucking on those today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it also like, so in a hunting scenario, to be honest, this is the best 3D you can go to that's going to put you in hunting situations.
Sure.
Because a lot of 3Ds, I mean, a lot of them we've already shot at a million times, like this one is completely different just because there's, long downhills, huge uphills, shooting off cliffs.
Cross valleys.
Yeah, Cross Valley.
Yeah.
Side hill stuff is more extreme.
Yeah, a lot more extreme just because it's like, couldn't even tell you how steep the slopes are, but it's intense.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the hiking aspect too. Like you're climbing over logs and, climbing up logs to get to
Yeah.
a vantage point to shoot.
Freaking
Right.
gashed up my leg.
But it tells you what you're not that great at
Oh,
to where
yeah.
you can go home and practice that.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I really need to practice shooting uphill because I suck at that.
That's definitely me.
You know what you could do?
But
You could set his 1/3 scale
oh my
caribou on
gosh,
top of the house.
We'll get into that. Hold on, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So we finished up Hoyt.
Yeah.
Hoyt was great.
It was.
Dustin smashed on all of us. And then we get into our next one, which was the camo fire shoot, and that was 25 targets. So the Hoyt shoot was 20 targets. We all shot pretty well. And then the next one was Camo Fire, and Camo Fire was 25 targets, but it seemed like it was 30 miles.
Yeah, that's
Am I wrong?
assessment.
Am I wrong?
It felt really long.
Oh my gosh, we're at like what, 14 or 15, and we're like, holy crap.
No,
we're not-
we were at
12?
We were at 8, and I was like, God, this is gonna take forever.
We're not even halfway down, and we have
Wow.
to get to these raffles that we just spent all this money on.
I figured out that we were on the lift to go up to Camo Fire at 2:45.
Oh, okay. So it was a little
Yeah.
bit later than what
It was.
I thought it was.
I
Right
thought it was
around
1:45, so it was like an hour later than what we
Oh,
actually
man.
thought. But even still, that
So
course
it's
was
like
still
5
super
hours.
long. Yeah.
Well,
Still-
actually, even before we got into Camo Fire, Dustin actually did some novelty shoots, and there's a 103-yard shoot at a Sasquatch, and it's like a hanging tennis ball.
Yeah.
And the wind was so bad that tennis ball would start swaying around.
Oh, you could see it moving 5-6 inches side to side from
Yeah.
103 yards. That's noticeable.
And he just missed the dang thing. Like,
Yeah.
it was it was a close shot. We
It
got
was.
some good video of it, and hopefully everybody will be able to see that video here soon. But
I got a picture of it at least.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, talking to the kids that were kind of running the thing, I was like, hey, if he cuts that string down there, how many tickets does he get for this raffle?
Yeah.
Because it was close.
Yeah. I wish I'd hit that string because he was like 10. 10 tickets. Deal.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, we headed up around 2:45 and started shooting the Camo Fire shoot, and it was long.
We didn't get back to the thing till 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many miles just that one was, but in total today, we almost put in 10 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot more than I thought we were gonna put my old man through.
And
Yeah,
just
so-
from walking from the just now, my watch says 10.31, so 10 miles. Just walking to our tents and stuff afterwards.
Oh wow.
So we hit 10 miles today, but I think up there we're right at like 9.5 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's not even because the parking lot is big. That's just because we were all over the mountain. I mean,
Oh my gosh. The Camo Fire one was like 1,000-yard zigzags to each target.
yeah, it was a lot of switchbacks for real. I wouldn't say that I didn't like it though. It was a nice hike. I just kind of felt rushed because we wanted to be back in time for raffles. If I had known it was going to be that long, I probably would have suggested Victory. Only because it
Yeah.
would have been shorter. It would have been
And-
20 targets instead of 25.
And tomorrow I might not even shoot that.
You don't think so?
Dude, my knee is hammered. It's hammered.
Yeah.
But we'll see if we'll see how I sleep and then
You do what you do.
how I get up and get going.
Right, right. I mean, Dad's not doing it. He already told me. He was like,
He's-
you guys
he's-
are on your own in the morning.
He's taking the nap.
Yeah,
He's gonna sleep in.
Sleep in. So that's fine. I was surprised when he said he wanted to come with us because I didn't know how long it was gonna be. I just knew it was 25 targets, so I didn't know that it was gonna be a 4-hour hike.
Yeah, it was definitely a 4-hour hike. We were all over the mountain.
I did like the Hoyt compared to Camo Fire. Hoyt was definitely like a good warm-up course. Like if you're gonna say it's the easiest course, I kind of feel like that downplays the purpose of the course. For instance, like
Yeah, no, I totally
you
agree
got
with
stages, right? That
I
kind
totally
of prep
agree.
you.
Yeah.
It's a good warm-up course, and so we did a good course today. And like I said, if I'd have known how long that Camo Fire course was, I would have opted for Victory instead.
that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, because it just took forever.
Yeah, because now tomorrow, if we shoot both the Everest and the Victory course, we're only shooting 35 targets. We shot
Yeah, total.
45 today.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot.
it's a huge difference.
Oh yeah, but I'll bet you that the mileage is the same or near it because we're gonna
I
do
would
at
say
least
so.
5 miles for Everest.
Yeah, Everest is 5 miles. That's
Yep.
what they said.
Yep.
And then we saw most of Pure Elevation in.
You mean Victory?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Victory is
Victory.
like straight down the hill.
It's straight downhill and the shots are freaking long.
I really want to shoot that elk. It's 105 yards.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd pass on that.
That's deep.
I'd send it.
I thought that guy hit it in the middle when he was
Yeah, he's like,
all
yeah.
excited. Yeah.
Like, what happened? I hit foam. All right, dude, right on.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like, are you stacking pins? What? No. I'm like, what the heck? He's so... Come on, man. You got a mover and you're like, yay.
I mean, I'll be happy if I hit foam. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be hoping for an 8 ring.
Well, dude, yeah, laying down elk, that one's gonna be pretty rough.
Yeah, it's long and it's slightly uphill. But the part about a long shot like that is not even the uphill part of it. It's the fact that anything. Okay, so you guys sighted in your bows for 20 yards, probably, right? That's
Yeah.
like your bottom, right? Okay, so times that by 2, and that's 40. After 40, your anchor point has to start changing to keep your peep in proper alignment with your front sight. So you may not recognize it or even realize it, I should say. But when you're shooting at like 50, 60, 70, your anchor point is actually dropping down.
Well,
So
not
the
if you
peep is coming.
not if you use your hips.
No, even if you use your hips, dude, because hips just has to do with your total alignment as a triangle. Okay, we're talking about the peep in relation to the front sight.
Yeah.
So it makes those longer shots a little difficult, and sometimes you'll see shooters will have like 2 anchor points tied onto their bow.
Oh, like little kisser buttons.
Little kisser buttons. They'll have like 2 kisser buttons. In extreme cases, I saw one guy, he had 2 peeps. I was like, that's cheating.
Dang, how would you
Yeah.
tie that? That would be a hard tie-in.
It'd be a weird tie-in, but I haven't seen very many. I've only seen like 2.
I would like to see how that works. Like, I'm gonna have to pick that up. Let me see how that works.
Yeah. But that's what makes those long ones hard. And then for you guys, because you're
Stacking.
you're stacking and you're
Yeah.
trying to figure out that peep alignment,
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That one's rough, man. Especially
Yeah.
on. So to be honest, we had a couple skyline shots, which we would never do in a hunting scenario.
yeah. I
Yeah.
would, yeah.
But we were stacking pins on a couple of them, and you're stacking it into no man's land.
Yeah, you're just guessing like, oh, that cloud looks good.
Yeah,
Or it's like
send it.
it's just above the
How-
target.
How did you shoot that ram that was skyline? Did you
The
just-
first one
you
that we
just
did?
guess? Yeah. You just
No,
guessed?
I think that one was like a 45
No,
yarder.
the first one was 45.
It
The
was
second one
so
was
it was
70.
on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then
What
we
was the
had
second
another
one?
one that was like 70 something.
Yeah, the second
goat?
one, like the second to third one
I
after
don't
that.
know what it was, a
goat
pronghorn or
The
something.
bear on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't really skyline.
He wasn't skylined, and there was like trees and stuff behind him, so you can kind of pick out like
Sure.
the little knot on the tree or whatever.
Yeah.
When it's like wide open sky, it's like,
Yeah.
what'd you shoot that for? I
I don't know.
I don't know,
I
dude.
don't remember.
And I don't know if it happened to you guys, but when I was shooting that one that was skyline,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of felt weird because there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
Like, so when you shoot it, it's like, well, it's just like sending a bon voyage to the arrow if you miss it. So I'm like,
Yeah, bye bye.
Yeah.
So it gets like-
once you hit that button, it's full send. It's commit.
yeah.
Hey, what's up? Oh, do
Okay.
they?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why they're looking at us.
All right. Oh no, it's okay. I'll close this up and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Well,
We just got the boot.
yeah, we just got the boot out of here, but I mean,
We can continue this elsewhere if we need to, if you want to.
well, I mean, we're pretty much done. I mean, and then we can talk about our stuff tomorrow, and
Oh, yeah.
that'd be good to go. So,
Okay.
yeah, we'll wrap this up tonight, and we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow after we do Everest,
For sure.
and then we'll also talk about what actually went down tonight because
The raffles.
that's right, the
Yeah, we're gonna
raffle.
talk about the
raffle
raffles tomorrow.
So we'll talk about that tomorrow. So that will actually be on a separate podcast, so you guys will hear that the very following week, at least for our podcast here at the Ridgeline Hunting Podcast. But yeah, everyone have a good one and get out and shoot those bows.
Yeah, for real.